Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2019 with the Rude Man. We're back on Simon Family Farms, and I worked my tail off all morning, got everything cleared off. So all those withered crops are gone. We're going to hope for better weather, and we're going to start seeding the fields today. Nitrogen is already still on there, as you can see in the lower right-hand corner. The pH values are perfect because, well, we didn't use the lime, so I don't have to lime anything. Now, the nitrogen is different, so I'm going to have to probably replace some of the fertilizer, but we'll do that as we're seeding. Also, we were supposed to, in rotation, have rotation C to be fallow, but since we didn't do anything with the crop, I'm going to go ahead and seed it. And I think what I'll do is just seed it with more canola. So we'll do soybeans, oats, fallow, and canola. Right, let's start with, well, we've got two seeders. Let's grab a seeder. Animals are doing fine. Let's see here. Let's grab this seeder, the John Deere, and we'll put it in a bigger field. So yes, I did check the animals. They're doing fine. We're going to take rows down and start in the brand new field, the one we had the oil seed on. And we'll start with that one. Gosh, seems like deja vu. It seems like I just seeded. Right, and then of course we were going to do, what was it? On soybeans. Alright, so let's switch to soybeans. And get this thing lined up. Okay, so it looks like, let's pop this on and see what we're doing. Crop does not require additional fertilization, so we did evidently the oilseed worked. I don't need to fertilize. Nitrogen levels are fine, I guess. Trying to keep an eye on that left-hand side here. Make sure I seed the whole field. The whole field, nothing but the field. So help me God. I have the right to continue seeding. So these fields have been read their rights. I can't remember how far my field goes, but I think it's up to here. This next section here. Let us see. Okay. I don't think this is my field, and I just seeded it. How does that work? Is this my field? How big is this field? I can't remember. Let's see. No, it still is part of my field. Okay. All right, we're fine. We're doing good. Swell. Let's lower it back down and continue on. This field is bigger than I thought it was. Okay, so this is not my field. Right? Well, don't do that. Or is it? Oh, for crying out loud. No, it's still my field. But is that straight across? All right. Continuing on. Right. Now that's the end of my field. And it says I don't own it. See if I can turn this thing around without destroying anything. This is going to be the hard part because I can't see that edge very well. This thing's so damn wide. Alright, we're going to give it a shot here. Let's see if I can keep it straight. It would be easier doing it this way. Not really. I can't steer backwards. That's the secret. Go faster, and it won't matter. Whoa. Oh, jeez. Alright. Now I can kind of go through here. At least I'm butted up against my own field here. As far as I know. All right, we did it. Okay, so let me lift the cedar. Okay, so let's get our GPS set up. All right, so GPS turned on. Let's go in and see if I have plow 12 feet, plow, no, that's not it. John Deere 120. The DB 120, that's it. Okay, and we're going the right direction. Okay. First trip down is going to be a little bit different. Let's just go right here. And we're going to do something like that. Turn it on. Back it up as far as we can. And we're off. And we're still doing soybeans. That's good. All right. Pollen time. I got frogs in my throat this morning. Hoping this hot cup of tea will make you feel better. We got Rose behind the wheel here. She's doing a good job this afternoon. And it shouldn't be dropping any fertilizer because it doesn't need any. So we'll just do it. Do it. Do it. Good deal. Now, because of these contour lines, it's hard to hire a worker because they get to that line and they think you're at the end of the field and they turn around. And sometimes they don't. So there's no rhyme to reason of it, whether they're going to go or whether they're not going to go. So the part that was supposed to be fallow, I'm just going to continue on with whatever crop I've got going that's close to it. Probably I'll do soybeans here, and I think the B section was supposed to have oats, and the C is supposed to be fallow. I'm just going to continue on with either the D section, which is canola, or the oats. I think the canola might be a better crop to do. I mean, the whole damn farm was fallow last year. I mean, not really. A crop grew on it, but it got plowed under. Don't quite know what to think about that. I just need some crops. I'm afraid to look at the weather. You can go up and look at what the weather's supposed to be, and I'm a little nervous about it. I know there's some people that don't like using the GPS. I kind of like to use it the way I'm doing this so that I can be inside the cab. I couldn't do this if I was outside the cab because I can't see what the equipment's doing. Plus, I don't have to worry about overspraying. And this big planter is going to make short work of this. Such a wide swath. The other piece of equipment I have is the Great Plains. It's a decent piece of equipment, but it's not as big as this one. But we'll use it in the smaller fields. Maybe. Thinking about it. If you hear that beep beep, it thought it was at the end of the field, and it's not. That's what that beep beep noise is. It's thinking it's getting to the end of the field. It's because of those contours, I think. Yeah, see, I was hoping to have a whole harvest of profit from last season. I didn't get it, and I was going to buy more land, but it didn't happen. Well, I'll tell you, we had a thunderstorm last night. Predicted. And it was pretty quiet out. It'd been maybe an hour and a half after darkness fell. And I'm sitting in my studio playing a game. And I heard an explosion. I swear to God, I thought the lightning was right outside my window. I've never in my whole life heard thunder that loud. And it wasn't just one clap. It went on for like a minute and a half. I mean, it just was boom, boom, boom. Unbelievable. And so close. I mean, it literally scared the hell out of me. I jumped out of my chair and went into the other room where Carol was at and said, I'm afraid to get... And I want to stay in the middle of the house in case we get hit by lightning. I don't know what the hell you do. I mean, I remember in the old days, houses used to have lightning rods on them, but I don't know anymore how they build houses. I know that I do have a couple of groundings, what would they call them, rods outside. I know that there's a grounding rod out in the front of the house, in the ground. Where your circuit board's at. The whole house circuit is grounded, and when I put my hot tub in, I poured a solid slab of cement about, 4 or 5 feet deep, that I wanted to set the hot tub on. The hot tub's setting on a deck, and I put extra beams on the deck, and then I tore the deck up, and that's how I poured the concrete slab under the deck, and then I put extra heavy-duty support beams where I was going to put the hot tub on the deck. So if you look at the deck, it looks like any normal deck, but underneath, it could hold 20 elephants. And I did my own power. What I did was I put a dedicated circuit in for the hot tub, and I put one of those breakers that, if there's any problem with the electricity, it automatically cuts the power off. I can't remember the phrase the electricians use, CVI or something like that. I put that in, but I also, since I ran a dedicated line all the way out to the hot tub from the circuit board, so it's on its own circuit, I bought, a 12 or 20 foot rod of copper, drove it into the ground, and made my own ground from that circuit. But I don't know if they have lightning rods on buildings anymore like they used to. All right, so this one's done. That was pretty quick. Let's move on. All right, now the lower section I know I'm going to do in, I think it was canola. Maybe I better double check. Right, canola. Okay, so let me grab the smaller cedar. And John's running this piece of equipment today. And we definitely want to switch it. It's set at oilseed. We want to switch that out. To canola. Yeah, you can see this piece of equipment's a lot smaller. Yeah, I really thought that this tractor should be big enough, but, well, maybe it's all right. The sides are pretty straight. The front is fairly straight. The bottom is a mess. So what I'm going to do is run down to the bottom here. Come on, tractor. You should have plenty of power. It's the same tractor I'm using on the John Deere, and the John Deere's twice the size. Let's head this way. This is a little bit different. Let's see. Alright, this is not going to work. Let me stop this. And we'll switch out this tractor. I don't know why this tractor's not... This shouldn't be a problem. And I forgot to look to see what this is doing. Is this one dropping fertilizer? All right, let's see. Let's jump him out. Where's the big tractor? Got the cultivator on it. Okay. Shouldn't need this big a tractor. Alright, let's try this one. That's pulling it much better. Now this one, it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't look like it's dropping fertilizer. A little bit. It is dropping a little bit. Yeah, it appears it's dropping some fertilizer. So I'm assuming that oil seed probably did the job it was supposed to do. That whole field needed absolutely no fertilizer, and I had not fertilized it at all that I recall. Okay, I'm going to clear out this bottom part. I apologize for all the clearing in my throat, but man, that pollen or something is really thick. We had a rain yesterday. I told you about a thunderstorm, and people, always say, "Well, geez, the rain just clears all the, all the stuff out of the air." It does, but it brings it down in concentration. So you still get like 10 times more pollen than you would normally got, because it's bringing it all down concentrated. That's my theory anyway. Because I wasn't having this much trouble before that storm, before that rain. My eyes are all gummed up and sealed. Weird. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. When we come back, we'll continue on with the seeding, and hope you had fun. Take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and I'll see you in the next episode. Ta-ta for now.